All right, so welcome to Strong and Steady. So the first thing we are going to do is take a little trip over to the wall. Let me let someone in. I thought they were already in. All right, so we're going to have our backs up against the wall, and you probably know your position by now, whether your feet are 8 inches away or 12 inches away. The further your feet are out, the more you can bend through your knees and then get a little bit more work into your quadriceps and your legs. So knees are bent, toes straight ahead, and they're about hip width distance apart. And then we're going to press the low back into the wall. We're just going to do this little pelvic tilt just to get our core engaged right through here. So we've got our pelvic tilt, low back pressing into the wall. We're going to take a couple nice big deep breaths from here. So taking a nice big deep breath, keep that low back pressed in. Now try to get your shoulders a little closer. At the same time, you're keeping your low back pressed in. Exhale your breath. Let's do it again. Nice big deep breath in. Pressing that low back in and exhale. Good. All right, let's take our elbows, set them up against the wall, palms facing each other, keeping the low back pressed into the wall. And now see if you can open the backs of your hands up towards the wall. Your elbows will kind of come up and away a little bit. That's all right. And you're going to now see if you can get the backs of your hands closer to the wall while you keep your low back on the wall. You're going to feel a lot of stretching across the chest, some activation through the muscles in your back, and still in your abdominal area. All right, let's take in another nice big deep breath right here. And then as you exhale, straighten your arms up and out. Good, let's bring them back in. Inhale, bring them down. And exhale, press them up and out. Keeping that low back pressed in as best as you can. Pull your elbows back in, inhale. And press them out, exhale. Good, we got 2 more of these. So I want you to do them nice and controlled. Really trying to keep the backs of those hands as close to the wall as you can. Inhaling as you come in, exhaling as you press out. So one more time. Think about that low back. Is it pressed in? Pull those elbows in as you inhale. Now let's press up and exhale. Good. All righty, go ahead and bring your arms down by your side, shake them out. And then you can go ahead and press your hands into the wall, lean forward, and then press yourself off the wall, and we're going to come up nice and tall. Good. All right, standing up nice and tall. Come out to the center of your room. Make sure you have plenty of room that you can move. We're going to do a little bit of a cardio sequence today. So let's start by just moving our feet from side to side, just shifting your weight one foot to the other. And let's add the arm swing. We get a little bit of movement through the arms, shoulders. And you can gradually make these steps a little bigger. And you can also start to bend through the knees and push up a little bit. And lifting through the chest, pulling those shoulders down and away from the ears, lifting up through the chest, pulling in through the navel. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go ahead and add some shoulder rolls here, alternating arms. And make the feet a little bigger if you like. You can even add a leg lift. So it'd be lift, lift, and 4 more. 4, 3, 2, back to side, swinging those arms. All right, now let's add the leg lift if you like, as we lift the arms up. Good, let's go for 5 more. We got 5, 4, 3, 2, hands down on the hips. And we're just gonna go ahead and lift up the heel and back, getting our hamstrings a little more warmed up. For 5, 4, 3, add the reach and pulls right here. Pull it back, pull it back. Good, let's go for 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, hands back to the hips. Now we're gonna tap the heel out front. Tap it down. Pressing it out just a little bit. Press and press for 5, 4, 3, 2. Now add your reach and pull right here. So it's reach and pull and pull. All right, we got 5 more. And 4, 3, 2. Now let's change it a little bit by pulling the knee up and arms out front. Knee comes up, arms out front. Squeezing those shoulder blades together and back. Squeezing, squeezing. Let's go for 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2. Now reach from the sky and pull it down. Pull it down. I want you to really feel it right below the arms, in your upper back. 3, 2. All right, elbow to knee, cross it over. Reach and pull. And reach, pull. Think about engaging through that navel, pulling it up and in towards the spine, pulling that elbow down as you lift the knee. 4, 3, 2. All right, let's just march it out. All right, get those arms swinging a little bit. You can even shake out your wrists a little bit if it feels good. And then gradually take this march a little higher and a little higher. Get those knees lifted just a little bit more. Arms pumping just a little bit harder. Good. Now let's take our feet wide. So we're just going to go nice and wide, starting with a little bit of an arm swing. Now gradually get your knees higher and arm swing gets a little bigger. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's get back to the center right here. And get those arms going a little higher. All right, let's take it wide. All right, we're going to break this down into 2 narrow and 2 wide. Ready? Let's go. We go 1, 2, wide, 2. Narrow, 2, wide, 2. Good. Now, we can add some arms to this by doing a little push, push, pull, pull. So you go push and pull. Push on the outside, pull on the inside. All right, 2 more. Push and pull. 1 more. March it out. Good. High knees. All right, let's add a little dig step to this. So we're going to take our little dig steps to the right for 2. So it goes 2, 2 to the left, and then you back it up for 4. All right, do it again. Dig it up 2. Back it up for 4. 2 more of those. Dig it up. Back it up for 4. All right, 1 more time. You can make your dig steps a little bigger as you get warm. Back it up. Now let's take it wide, wide, narrow, narrow. Wide, narrow. Add the push right here. So it's push, push, pull, pull. 2 more of those. 1 more. All right, march it out. And let's add to this. So we're going to turn just slightly, take your left foot. You're going to step forward with the left and back with the left. So you're rocking it forward, pulling it back. So we're going to press and pull. Press and pull. 4 more. 3, 2. Last one. Now we're going to stop in the center and switch feet. So now it's the right foot stepping forward, right step foot back. And again, let's keep going right here. Press with those hands, pull it up. Press and pull. Press, pull. 3 more. Press and pull. 2. Last one. And march it out. All right, start from the top. Right here, we're going to do our wide, wide, narrow, narrow. Go wide, narrow, wide. Add the push and the pull. Push. 2 more. 1 more. And dig step right here. So it's dig, 2. Back it up. Make those big steps if you're ready for it. And back it up. Let's do 2 more. Dig 2. Back it up for 4. 1 more time. Dig 2. Back it up for 4. And now do your little rocking step. Left foot. Good. And add the press and the curl. Press, curl. 2 more. Press, curl. And switch sides right here. Press. Now we're doing it with the right foot. Press and curl. Good. Press. 3 more times. 3, 2, Last one. Stop right here, march it out. Good job, all righty. So let's go ahead and start at the beginning. We're gonna do our wide, wide, narrow, narrow, wide, narrow. We're gonna add to this again, wide, narrow, 2 more. Now add the push with the hands right here. Push and pull. Go deep and low if you're ready for that. Down, pull. 2 more. 1 more. Dig steps forward right here. So we go dig, 2, back it up for 4. And again, take it up, dig, 2, back it up for 4. Let's do that 2 more times. Dig, 2, and back it up. All right, 1 more of these. Dig, 2, and back it up. Rocking step, left foot. So it's rock and back. Press and curl. Press and curl. Good. 2 more. And switch sides right here. Excellent. All right, 2 more. And last one. Stop in the center, march it out. Now we're gonna do either grapevine or step together, step touch to the right. It goes step together, step touch. Or a grapevine would be here. We're gonna step it back. You can add the arms with a press and a clap. Good. Now the bigger steps you take, the higher that heart rate will get. And the more you press with those arms, pressing back, pulling up. Pressing back, pulling up. 4. All right, 2 more. Last one. Stay right here, march it out. Nice. All right, we're gonna run through everything one time with 4 reps per deal. Okay, ready? Wide, wide, narrow, narrow. Wide, narrow, wide, narrow, wide. 1 more. Dig steps forward. It's 2, 2. Back it up 4. All right, we got 3 more to go. Dig it up. And back it up. 2 more times. Dig it. Big steps. Use that power. 1 more time. Dig it up. And back it up. Rocking step right here. So it's rock and back and rock. And back, 2 more. Woo, 1 more. Switch sides right here. Stop and press. 2, 3. We got 1 more. And grapevine right here. Good. And again. Let's do that again. Grapevine. We've got 1 more to go. Excellent. Stop right here, march it out. Good job. All righty, let's go ahead and pick up our resistance band today. So you're gonna have your resistance band to begin with. And what we'll do is we'll start out with it under our feet. So you're gonna have it just under both feet, hip width distance apart. And we're gonna do the hips first. So if your band is pretty stiff and you have lots of resistance, bring your band up and just set it on your hips and pull your shoulders down and back, engage through your core. If your band doesn't have much resistance, cross it over and do the same thing. Just put your hands on your hips, shoulders down and back, standing up nice and tall. We're gonna take little itty bitty steps going to the right side first. So you just step. Now these steps are small, toes are staying straight ahead. You're using the hip muscle, the outer glute, to make this band move. If you are having to turn your toes or use a lot of momentum, you're not going to be getting as much benefit out of the hip. 1 more step. Let's go back the other way. So step together, step together, step together. Good. Step. Good. And together. Step. A couple more. Woo. Last one right here. All right, excellent. And you can release your band and keep it crossed if you, well, basically I want all of you to cross it. So if you have it crossed, leave it crossed. If it's not crossed, go ahead and cross it now. Because what we're going to do from here is we're just going to do an upright row. But when we do these, it's very important that you keep your shoulders down and away from the ears. Don't let your shoulders come up. So starting with your shoulders down and away from your ears, nice tall posture, thumbs facing towards each other this way, palms facing inward. And then we're going to row this up right under the chest and then squeeze the elbows back. So you're almost taking your thumbs, running them alongside your ribs. Squeeze and then come back forward. Pull them back up, right up under the rib, and then squeeze the elbows back. Good. Bring it back down. Pull it back up, squeeze it back, and come back down. Excellent. Let's do it again. Let's pull it up, squeeze it back, bring it back down. 3 more of these. So pull up, pull back, bring it forward, bring it up, bring it back and forward. 1 more time. Pull it up and back. Good. And forward. Nice. Now you can uncross your band, have it alongside of you. And if you notice that your band has very little resistance, take your feet wider. So we're going to do some bicep curls. If you notice that your band has a little too much resistance, put your feet closer. They'll give you a little less resistance. If it's just right, keep your feet hip width distance. Now, let's stand up nice and tall, get your shoulders down and back. Elbows are going to be pinned in alongside your ribs. Make sure your resistance band is even. And from here, as your elbows are right alongside your ribs, we're just going to pull this band up, bring it about halfway. And you're going to stop right here, halfway. And then pull your palms, if they're not already over here, bring them straight up in front of you like this. Standing up as tall as you can, engage through your glutes, pull your navel into your spine, pull your shoulders down away from your ears, pull your kneecaps up, pressing in through your feet. Let's add 8 pulses. We're going to go 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now take the band, go back out to the side slightly, hold it here. Same thing with the posture, keep it nice and tall, add the 8 pulses. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and bring it back out front and lower it down. Good job. Let's do it again. If your arms need a little break, wiggle them out. And you can make any adjustments to your band. If you felt that that was too tough, bring your feet closer. You want it to be just enough that you feel a little burn, but not to the point where you're like, got to compensate and figure out another way to get your hands out there. So make a little adjustments, stand up nice and tall, shoulders down and back, elbows pinned in alongside your ribs, pulling it up, right about 90-degree bend in the elbow. And then pull your hands so that they're right in front of you, straight ahead, 90-degree bend, shoulders down away from the ears, navel's pulled in. Press in through your feet, lift your kneecaps up slightly, press the crown of your head to the sky. We're engaging through the entire body, top to bottom. At the same time, we're going to add our little bicep curl pulse. We're going to go 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take it out to the side slightly. Maintain the shoulders down and back. Crown of the head reaching to the sky. Lifting those kneecaps, pulling that navel in. Let's do 8 of them from this side. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pull it back out to the front and lower it down. Go ahead and step off the band. Give your arms a little bit of a break. Good. All right, so take your band with you towards your chair, and we're going to stand in front of the chair with the chair alongside of us, and you're going to step with the foot closest to the chair onto the band with the 1 foot, and then get into a straddle position, or what would be as like a lunge. And then this band, you're going to have one side, the side that's closer to the chair is longer, the side on the outside towards the other leg, that side should be a little shorter. So what we're going to do is we're going to get into this either a straddled position or a lunge. You get to choose. If you're in the lunge, you're going to use more of the leg strength. If you're up here in your straddle, you're going to use a lot more of your core strength. So you can choose either direction. So if you're down here in your lunge, you've got both toes going straight in the same direction. You don't have to try to press your heel down on this one. You could be up on your toe bed. You can even have a slightly bent knee in the back if you choose. But the key to this is that we want to keep the crown of the head pressing out and away from where your heel is. All right, so in other words, we don't want to be clear back here, and you don't want to be clear forward. You want the crown of the head in line with the heel. So if you're in a standing position like this, you would look like that. So let's go ahead, and we've got the palm facing inward, and we're going to row this up, and we're going to pull that right up under the rib cage, and then add a slight rotation to the core. So you're just slightly rotating forward, and then you're going to rotate back and lower it down. Let's do that again. Row it up, rotate slightly. Now rotate and lower. If you notice you have too much resistance or too little, make your adjustment now. I have a little bit too little, so I'm going to make mine a little tighter here. All right, so we're starting here, palm down, palm facing inward, and roll it up. Pull that shoulder down and back, squeezing that elbow back. Rotate through the core just a little bit, gives you just a little extra, and then rotate it back, lower it down. All right, let's pick up the pace and do 8 of these. So we're going to roll it up, rotate it slightly, rotate it, and come back. We got 7 more. Row, rotate, rotate, down. Row, rotate, rotate back, and down, and up. Rotate, and down, row it up. Starting to feel this in my legs. I don't know about you guys. And up, rotating. And 3 more. Rotate it up, rotate it, and down. 2 more. Row it, rotate, rotate it back. Last one. Let's make this a good one. Rotate right here, rotate back, and down. Step your feet together, and off the band, come up nice and tall. Good, let's switch sides. So same setup, shouldn't take as long this time. Get the band under about the same distance you had it on the other side. Get your feet positioned, whether you're in the staggered stance or you're back down deep into a lunge. The key will be keep your crown of the head lined up with your heel. All right, that means you're engaging through your core. Palm facing inward. We're going to row it up and then add a slight rotation. Row it and lower it. Bring it up, rotate it a little, bring it back and lower. Bring it up, bring it around. All right, now we've got 8. Picking up the pace slightly right here. So pull and down, row it, rotate it, and down. Now we got 7, up and down, up. And we got 5 more. And up, rotate it a little, keeping that shoulder down and back away from the ear. Woo. And 3 more. Pull it up, rotate it. And 2 more. Pull it up, slight rotation. And last one, row it up. I feel like I skipped one. We got to do 1 more. Row it up, rotate it a little. Bring it down and all the way down. Step your feet forward, come off the band, standing up nice and tall. Excellent. All right, now for some triceps. So for triceps, we're gonna get back on the band with both feet. I'll do it from the side. You can face me if you want. But you're gonna be on the band, same basic as before with a little bit of space between if your band is just about right. If your band is too resistant, bring your feet closer together. If it's not resistant enough, keep your feet wide. But you're gonna, this time, press your palms back behind you. And standing up nice and tall, we're gonna keep our arms nice and straight, nice straight core, and then just press the band up and lower it down. Press the band up, lower it down. Make any adjustments to your band if it's not quite right. But the key here is to keep your shoulders down and back, away from the ears, and that your arms stay straight for this version, for this variation of these. They stay straight, and we're just pressing it back. We're gonna do 4 more at this pace. Just getting a feel for those muscles right there in the back of the arm, that tricep. All right, 2 more. And then on this last one, so we'll finish this one out, and then we'll go back up. And then we're gonna hold it up there. So while you're holding it, we're gonna take it, try to squeeze your thumbs towards each other just a little bit more, and then do little pulses where you're pulsing those thumbs towards each other. Arms are still fully extended behind you. We're gonna go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Good. Give your arms a little break, step off your band. You can even set the band aside. And give your arms a little shake. Good, all righty. So let's go ahead and have the dumbbells handy. So be close enough to the dumbbells that if you need them, you can grab them, but we're gonna go into our goddess or wide-legged stance. So your feet are wider than your hips, knees and toes go the same direction. So if I am able to get my knees out that far, my toes can go that far. If I can't get my knees out that far, my toes would not go out as far. They need to stay lined up. So if you're fairly flexible and you can get your knees wide, your toes would be out. We're going to start in this nice wide position to begin with, and then we're going to bend the knees down. So now you're in a little bit of a plie squat. And then from the plie squat, we're going to squeeze, tuck under the tailbone, engage through your core. So your tailbone is tucked under, you're engaging your glutes right here. All right, and then from here, we're just going to take it back up. So you're just going to press up. Squeeze those glutes at the top, engage through your core, bring it back down. So we're just doing some wide-legged squats to begin with. Now press up. Good, squeeze those glutes, bring it back down. And we're gonna do 2 more of these. Bring it up, squeeze those glutes. Good, bring it down. And bring it up. I want you to really squeeze right here, squeezing those glutes, pressing up to the top. Excellent, all right, now you can relax it slightly. You don't have to be squeezing this whole time I explain this, but you're gonna take your arms, bring them up to the 90-degree goalpost, and then you're gonna go back to your plie. So we're gonna be back down into plie, but we're gonna hold it this time for 8. So you're squeezing your glutes, pulling your navel in. Now we're gonna pull the elbows back and down, and we're gonna do little pulses where we squeeze those elbows up and down. The legs can even be pulsing slightly for 8, 7, 6, really squeeze those elbows down and back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's all come up, straight up, arms up. Good, and arms come down by your side. Take a little break. If you need to give your legs a break, you can just kind of walk your feet back into the center, whatever you need to do. We're gonna do 1 more set of those. So if you need to make your feet go straight ahead and just do a regular squat, I'm okay with that, or no squat at all. You can just stay focused on the upper body. And at this point, if you really wanted to add weights and you know you have the strength in your arms, you could, but you don't have to add them. I have too heavy of a weight. I'm not going to add it today. So we're going to go back into our plie. Legs are down, arms come up 90 degrees. You're going to squeeze your shoulder blades together and press them down and back. Go a little lower into your squat, and then add little pulses, squeezing shoulder blades down and back towards each other. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's all come up. Good, arms come down by your side, walking your feet in towards each other. Let's just roll those ankles. And go the other way. Good, let's roll the other foot. Nice, and go the other way. Nice, all righty. So go ahead and pick up your dumbbells now. And for the dumbbells, we are going to do our bicep curls, and they can be done from a standing position, just standing up nice and tall. They could be done from a seated position. They can also be done from a lunge. So we're going to start by just turning the palms forward, elbows pinned in alongside your rib cage, shoulders down and back. This would be your standing position bicep curl, so we'll just come up. Now, if you want to add the tap back to this, we would tap back with the right foot and then come back forward. Go with the left foot. All right, now if you want to make this into a lunge, you take it down and up. In the first set, you get to choose. Like if you're just standing there doing your bicep curls, that's okay, or if you're just adding the tap. We warmed our legs up, so if you're ready for the squat, or the lunge, I mean, you can take it back there if you're ready for that. It'll also get your heart rate back up. Good. All right, let's just do a couple more. Nice and slow and controlled today. We're not working so hard to make this cardio like we do on other days. It's more about controlling the muscles, controlling through all the movement. Let's do one more each leg. All right, one more, step it back. Bring it in, excellent. All right, so give your arms a little break by alternating shoulder rolls this time. Just go up and around, roll it down. Other side, up and around, roll it down. Last one. Good. All right, so now we're going to change it just a bit. So we're going to do our tricep press back, but instead of alternating feet, if you want, you can just stand in one spot, do your tricep kick back, which would be here, and then bringing it back. And or you could do it with me, go back into a single leg lunge, and then when we do this, we're going to press back, stay on that same leg. So you can do it from here, or you can do it from a nice tall standing position. Let's go ahead, everybody get set up. We'll do 12 of these. So press it back, bring it up. Press it back, bring it up. Keep those shoulders down and away from the ears, elbows pinned back behind you. We got 8 more. For 8, and 7, and 6, 5. We're almost there. 4, 3. Your legs should be feeling it as well as your arms. And 2 more. 1 more. Oh, good job. Let's bring those feet together, arms down, and take a little break. And we're going to do the other leg. So I'm going to turn myself around just so you can see. We're going to step back with the other leg, elbows up. And if you're doing these from a tall standing position, that's all right. And we're going to go ahead and press up and bring it in. Press up, bring it in. Keeping the shoulders down and back away from the ears, keeping those elbows pinned back behind you. We got 8 more to go. 8, 7, 6, and if you do these and you're only going part way down, you're just in this lunge position, that's always good too. All right, 3 more. 3, 2, last one. Bring those arms down, step your feet together. Good, let's do those shoulder rolls, alternating arms. And again. Nice. Okay, go ahead and set your weights down. And now we're going to work our core a little bit. So we're going to either face the seat of the chair or the back of the chair. You get to choose. I think most of you have been in the class enough to know which you prefer. So if you're using the seat of your chair, you just stand just far enough away. Maybe for me, it's about 1 foot, 18 inches. We're taking a nice big deep breath in, reaching up to the sky. And then exhale your breath, arms come down, and you're going to hip hinge from the hips. Your weight goes back in your heels. Hands will come either to the seat or to the back of the chair. And we're going to work our core by taking the right foot up, extending it out behind you. Try to keep your hips level to the ground. Pull your navel up and in towards your spine. Extend that heel. Really press that heel out this time. And then extend the opposite arm out. Like you're going to shake someone's hand, but you keep your eyes looking straight down at the seat. Now, press so your rib cage is actually lifting up and out of your arm bone. And hold it here for 4, 3, 2, 1. Now pull your elbow and your knee in towards each other. Underneath of you, squeezing your chin under to your chest. Holding it here for 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's do it again. Reach it out. Get that nice long extension, really pressing through that heel, extending through those fingers, navel to the spine. 4, 3, 2, 1. Curl it under, tuck it, chin comes in. Curl, press through that palm. 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, let's go ahead and set the foot down, hand down. We'll switch sides. So it was your left leg before, it'll be your right leg now, or opposite, whatever it was. Do the other side. Pressing that leg out, extend the opposite arm. And remember, we're pressing the palm in, kind of trying to get that rib cage up away from the shoulder or from the arm bone. Pulling your navel up and in towards your spine. Extending that heel out as long as you can get that heel. Fingertips reaching as far as you can reach for 4, 3, 2, 1. Now curl it under, pressing through your palm into the chair. Chin comes to the chest, squeezing here for 4, 3, 2, 1. Extend it out. Holding it out here. Extend that heel as much as you can. Press through that palm. 4, 3, 2, 1. Curl it under again. And tuck it under. Chin comes in. Holding. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hand comes down. Foot comes down. And now we're going to flatten out our back. So flat back, so you have a nice straight back. If your hands are up here on this, you would walk your feet up further, so you'd be a little bit more like this. So it would be more like this if you're using the back of the chair. And for those of you that are using the seat, your hands are here, and I want you to just walk your feet back a little bit. We're going to stretch out the chest and the back and the arms and the legs, so your feet are far enough back that you can fully extend those arms out. Or you can always walk your fingertips further across the seat of the chair. Now bend through your knees a little bit right here. Bend your knees, pull your navel up into your spine. See how that feels. Find those places in your hips and your low back that maybe need a little extra attention. And you can even shift the weight around a little bit. If you put more weight on one foot, see how that feels. And then maybe switch it over and see how it feels to go with a little more weight on the other foot, bending through the opposite knee. You'll feel some really nice stretching through your hips. All right, so I'm going to give everybody about 4 nice big breaths for you to just either hold static or just kind of just shift your weight from hip to hip. And a couple more breaths. All righty, good. Now go ahead and keep your knees bent. Look up with your eyes, and then you can either walk your hands back towards you or walk your feet back up towards the chair, whichever direction you need to get to be in this bent over position. Then we're gonna look up, chest up, eyes up. Shift the weight back into your heels. Pull your navel into your spine. Hands can come right up to the heart center. And then we're gonna press up to the sky. Taking a nice big deep breath, reach up. And exhale your breath, arms come down. All right, now we're going to revisit a couple things that are similar to what we just did, only much quicker. So we're going to hands to the seat or the back of the chair. And we're going to take right leg back, left arm up. And now we're going to just do about 8. Well, we'll do 8 of those tucks. So we're going to tuck it in here for 8. Extend. And 7. Extend. And 6. Extend. Now 5. Extend. Now 4. And 3. We're almost there on this side. 2. Last one. Good. Extend. Foot down. Switch sides. Leg up. Arm up. All right. Let's curl it in. So curl. Extend. And curl. Extend. 6. And 5. And 4. 3. We're almost there. 2. Last one. And extend it out. Good. Hand down, foot down. All right, let's look up. Chest up. Weight goes back into your heels. And knees are bent. Hands to heart center. And press all the way up. Inhale, nice big deep breath. Exhale, arms come down. All right, let's go ahead and take the shoes off, socks off for our balance today. All right, so no sock picking up today. We're just going to work on our clock and our tree. So for your clock, you have your chair handy that you can use that for stability. I'll be using this outside leg here. So I'll be standing on my leg closest to the chair. So get your feet anchored down to the ground. Try to feel all 4 corners of your feet anchored down. And then think about lifting up through your kneecaps. It almost makes you feel like you're pivoting your inner thighs in and back that way. You're doing that at the same time you're pulling your navel up and into your spine. A little bit of a pelvic tilt, not overdone, but you're getting a nice tall spine here. And crown of the head reaches for the sky. All right, now from here, bring your hands up to heart center. And we'll work on doing a clock. Now, if you need to hang onto the chair for the clock, you could do that. But we're gonna see if we can bring our outside leg out in front of us. You can tap the toe to the earth if you like, or you can leave it out extended for 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring your leg out to the side to what will be about a quarter hour. And hold it there for 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it behind you. Extend it back for 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's bring it back through. You can set your foot down, give yourself a little break. And what feels good for me during my breaks is to lift one foot and then the other. So if you want to go ahead and do that, give your feet a little break. And then reversing it, now you're going to lift the heel, just alternating that. All right, we're going to revisit that same leg we just did. So standing up nice and tall again. Choose your arms, whether they're at heart center, out to the side, or if you need to support yourself, take your arm option here. Standing up nice and tall. Remember, we're anchoring through the feet, pulling up and in through the abdominals, right through here. Crown of the head reaches for the sky. Foot comes out front. And you can always tap your foot to the earth if you need to. Let's hold it out there for 4, 3, 2, 1. Now take it out to the side at your quarter hour. Hold it for 4, 3, 2, 1. Take it back behind you. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it back through. Now we're going to speed that up a little bit. So bring it out front. Bring it out to the side. Bring it behind. And bring it back through. One more time. Out front. Out to the side. Behind. And back through. Good. Excellent. Let's switch sides. So when we switch sides, we'll do the same thing where we kind of give our feet a break by lifting one foot and then the other, keeping the heel anchored. And then reversing that by just lifting the heel, alternating legs. All right, let's go ahead and anchor our feet down on this side. So standing up nice and tall, all 4 corners of the feet anchored down. Means your arches should be feeling like they're kind of gripping into, like your feet are gripping down, your arches are kind of pulling up, and then that will bring your kneecaps up slightly, pulling your navel up and in, crown of the head reaches for the sky, hands to heart center. Now let's take the outside leg, reaching it out front, extending it out and holding it for 4, 3, 2, 1, out to the side. We'll reach it out for 4, 3, 2, 1, and behind. 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's bring it back down, set it down. And we'll do that same exact side. If you need to take a little break, that would be where you do the heel lifts and toe lifts. All right. And let's go ahead and do that again. Bring that outside leg out front. Hold it. 4, 3, 2, 1. Out to the side. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it behind. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it back through. And we'll speed it up. All right, let's take it out. And to the side. And behind. Bring it all the way through. Take it back out front. To the side. And back. And set it down. All right, let's go ahead and make sure our ankles and feet feel okay. You can either raise your toes or raise your heels. Or you can do an ankle roll. Because now we're going to go into our tree. So if you need the support for your tree, you can use the chair. You can go to one side of this chair, make sure that the leg that you're opening up is on the opposite side. So to begin with, nice tall spine, everything's anchored down to the ground, but then extending up to the sky. Hands can start at heart center. And then for the tree, you'll just lift up that outside leg, pivot it open so the knee is opening, and you can either anchor your toe to the earth here in a tripod, or you can bring that foot up and rest it, press it right into that calf there, holding here, nice tall posture. And from here, you can grow some branches. So if you're ready to grow some branches, get those branches going. And if you're feeling really comfortable with your branches, you can look up to the sky. And if you've looked up and you want the extra challenge, close your eyes. And then hands back down to heart center and step your foot back. All right, now we'll do the other side. So anchoring those feet down, right? And get that nice tall spine, hands to heart center. Let's lift up through that leg, opposite leg. Lifting up and out of that hip you're standing on and then rotating that knee open. Toe can either be on the earth to tripod yourself or pressing into your calf. Never the knee joint, always below the knee or above the knee if you're that flexible. And when you're ready, add your branches. And you can always look up to the sky. And you can always close your eyes if you're ready for that. All right, let's go and bring those hands back down to heart center and foot back to the earth. Excellent. All right, let's do some stretching. So for today, let's take our chair and face it, and we'll do the stretch where we put the foot up, but we're going to go through our stretches a little bit quicker than we usually do. So we're going to be doing what's called flossing through the nerves and joints. So what you do is you put your foot down on the seat flat, knees up, kind of just short of being a 90-degree angle, and then you're going to come forward. And then we're going to hold it for just a count of 2. 1, 2, then you press back. And you see if you can straighten your leg and pull your toes up. And straighten out your spine for 1, 2. Let's do that again. Flatten the foot, rock forward, hold it here for 1, 2, press back. See if you can straighten out your leg. If you can't straighten your leg, just work on it. And then toes up once your leg's straight. 1, 2. Let's do 2 more of those. Rock it forward, holding it for 1, 2, bringing it back, and hold it for 1, 2. Now this last one, we're going to take it down. We're going to hold it a little bit longer while we extend the arm up. So extend that arm up. Try to extend it away from the heel. So where your heel is on the ground, reach in a direct line away from that heel. And then those of you that want a little extra, pivot your chest open and look up towards your elbow. And holding it here for 4, 3, 2, 1, arm comes down. Press yourself back, and we'll switch legs. So we're going to do the same thing where you put one foot up, flat to the seat, but your knee is not quite over the top yet. It's just shy of being a 90-degree angle. Toes are both facing straight ahead. And then we're just going to rock into this down for a count of 2. So 1, 2, then press back. See if you can straighten your leg. If you can't straighten it, that's okay. You're just attempting to. Once it's straight, toes up to the sky for 1, 2. Let's go back forward. Lower it down. Hold it for 1, 2. Press back. Straighten it out if you can. And hold it here. 1, 2. Let's go back forward. And down for 2. 1, 2. Now press back. Last one of these. So you can get your legs straight. Good. And bend through the knee. Come back forward. We'll hold it a little longer this time. So this is the one where you extend through the arm, reaching those fingertips out and away from the heel. Get as long as you can from fingertip to heel. And then rotate the chest open if you would like. Look up towards your elbow. Hold it here for 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Arm comes down, press back. And leg comes back down to the floor. Now we'll come to the front of the seat. And we're all going to do a nice slow squat down to the chair. So make sure your chair is right behind you. And you can choose the arms. They can either be on your hips, heart center, or up overhead. You get to choose. Overhead's always harder. So as long as your chair is right behind you, you know that. We're going to stand up tall, and then you're just going to hinge forward. That means you're only bending from the hips. And then you start to shift the weight back into your heels, and then your knees can bend as you lower your weight down towards the chair. We're going to do these nice and slow and controlled. Keep your chest lifted, eyes up. And if your arms start to get tired, you can always bring them back down to heart center. But we're going to hold it for 8, 7, pull the navel into the spine, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it all the way down to your chair. Very good. All right, now scoot to the front edge and take one leg, set it out front. And this is where we're going to stretch a little deeper into our hamstrings. So you're going to sit up tall, really nice tall spine here. Toes going as high to the sky as you can get them. Knees straight. Not completely locked out, but straight. And then reach the crown of the head up to the sky. Then we're going to hinge right here from the hips. So you're hinging from the hips, pressing that chest forward to begin with. And then we're going to hold this. So you're pressing and holding for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back up slow. And then we're going to go back down, but this time I'm going to let you come down. And then if you want to curl over your leg and let your back actually just relax and kind of bow forward, you can drop your chin and you can get that little extra stretch right in the low back. You should also feel it still happening in your hamstring. You can even reach for your toes if they're available for you. Let's hold it here for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and slowly roll yourself back up. And we'll switch legs. So bring the other leg out front. Nice tall spine. Hinging from the hip right here, pressing that chest forward. And feeling the stretch mostly in the hamstring. Maybe back into the calf, maybe right behind the knee a little bit. And pressing that chest forward. This is where we keep a nice flat back. Nice and tall from crown of the head to the tailbone for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then come back up. And this next one, we get to come down, pressing through the chest, just like we did before with a nice straight back. And then get to as far as you can, and then you can release your back and let yourself fold forward, dropping your head and even reaching for your toe if you would like to. Getting that little additional stretch right here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly roll yourself back up. Low spine starts, and then you gradually come up to the neck. Excellent. All right, so feet back together, and then scoot yourself just a tiny bit more into your chair if you need to. I know I felt like I was going to fall out. You keep one leg positioned in front, the other leg is going to come out to the side, and we're going to stretch out that inner thigh. So you've got your one foot out. I actually have to come to the edge of my seat a little better. So you have one leg out and one leg straight ahead while we sit up nice and tall. And we're just going to apply a little bit of pressure right here on the inside of the thigh, sitting up tall with the spine, holding it there, seeing if you can put just a little more pressure on that leg for 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, let's bring that leg back to the front, and then we'll switch it. So now the other leg will come up to the side. This toe straight ahead. This one's out 90 degrees. Sit up really tall here, and then put that little bit of pressure there on the inside of that thigh. And nice straight spine. Hold it for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it back in. And position yourself evenly on the front edge of the seat because we're going to do our figure fours. So bringing one foot up, set it on top, and nice tall spine. So crown of the head's reaching to the sky. And if you can't get the tall spine, then you need to work on just getting the tall spine. Don't worry about the leg. If you've got your tall spine and your leg feels like it could use just a little bit more, you can put a little bit of leverage right up above the knee, not on the knee, on your inner thigh. And then if you still would like to go a little deeper, then just hinge from the hips. And hinging forward, pressing through that chest, feeling that stretch going down into your gluteus. All right, and slowly come back up. Let's switch sides. So bring the other foot up and ankle on that thigh. Nice tall spine. Crown of the head reaches for the sky. And now that you have your tall spine, see if you can apply just a little bit of pressure on the inside of that leg. And if you'd like to, you can hinge forward from here, pressing the chest forward and getting that little extra stretch. Hold in here. Get to your point, and we'll count for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back up. All right, feet to the floor. Taking a nice big deep breath. Reach up, inhale. And exhale, bringing your arms down, and you're just going to forward fold over your legs. Let your head be heavy. Let everything just sink towards the floor. Good. And taking another nice big deep breath. Hands up to your thighs, because you're going to slowly roll yourself up from the lower spine all the way up. Just a slow roll from the lower spine up to the mid back, to the upper back, to the cervical spine where your neck is, and all the way to the head. That is it for today, you guys. Thank you, and I shall see you all on